All right, all right, all right. Hello to everybody. Hello, EMS sweetheart. Uh, Happy Monday. Yeah, right. All right. Well, let me put this out on the social media and get that part done, and then we'll get started with this. So, get this link, and thank you for putting on subscribers only mode. So let me switch back to my account. Let me put this on X. Yeah, I like that picture better. I'm using Mussolini's picture. I'm using the picture that Mussolini made with a computer and the circuit board. Ooh. Yes, I'm okay. I'm getting tired of these damn phone calls to my house. But one thing I don't understand. Shut up. Hey, it worked. Oh no, it didn't. Shut up. What I don't understand is before I came online, before I came on the stream, I noticed that you keep posting that document of Jeremy's past. And I have to ask the question, what does that have to do with anything that's going on today? You know, what does that have to do with what's going on in today's world? I just don't get this. What are they trying to dig up from Jeremy's past that has anything to do with the case today? With the cases, what's going on today? I don't get it. John Reedy, I know. Tracy Munez, I know these people. Okay, it's okay. But what I'm saying, why do they keep bringing up Jeremy's divorce and what happened in the past? What does this have to do with anything? What pattern are you trying to bring up with him? What kind of character are you think did you think that you were gonna find in Jeremy? You know, I don't get that. I just don't get it. So this is from a live stream they did on the 24th of November 2024. And believe me, we are getting through this stuff, guys. We are getting through this old stuff because I wanted to get through the old stuff because the new stuff, they're just getting worse. Believe me, they're just getting worse. They're getting worse and worse and worse. Now they said in this live stream, they're ready to put the banners up on Michelle's fence. But you notice they never did put those banners up because it makes it look trashy. If they put the banners up, even now, if they put the banners up on her fence, it's going to make the property look trashier. And then they attacked Jeremy about the lawsuit and how much money it's going to cost him, and that people should send him money. And said Jeremy has lost his marbles and went on the attack about Jeremy, claiming poverty and loss of business, and states he is totally playing the victim. Oh my God. Are these fucking people serious? I mean, really, are these people serious? You gotta be kidding me. These people are actually serious about this. It is a trash dump. And it always will be a trash dump. No matter what they say. And they mentioned it in their live stream yesterday, which we will get to because I have the notes on it. There you go. Nothing. I got up and turned the air conditioner off because I got cold sitting here. It's not that warm outside. It's only 77 degrees here. I just can't stand that air being on me for long. Yep. The only one that's playing a victim is you. And you know what? I was thinking about this while I was sitting in the tub soaking my back because my back was hurting me. And I was just thinking last night when she asked Ray if he got served and he said no, he wasn't served. I bet you $1 to a donut that sorry old motherfucker is playing that's not my name shit to get out of being served. I'll guarantee you. I'll guarantee you, Ray is doing that same bullshit. Oh, that's not my name to get out of being served. I guarantee you that's what he's doing. He's playing the fleas. He's using a page out of the fleas playbook. I guarantee you that sorry old motherfucker is trying to get out of being served. Because he knows what'll happen. And they still claim that Jeremy raises his arms in the air to film over the fence and claims that that's him posting those videos shows the 15 shows that he is stalking Michelle and the family. That's bullshit. Now I was sitting there reading the transcript before I was finishing up doing the transcript from last night, and some of the shit that they actually spilled out of their mouth, I can't believe it. But we are going to get to it. But I mean, this is bullshit right here. Okay, first of all, Jeremy films for his protection. Why? Because John and Michelle keep making unwanted contact with him and violating the protective order. Jeremy doesn't have time to stalk a fucking family like you accuse him of doing. Okay? Jeremy runs a business. He doesn't have time for this shit. And he's only doing it when he's going back and forth between the ranch house and the schoolhouse because John keeps making unwanted contact with him. I swear to God, these people are just so. And then she said that Sheriff. Wait a minute, where am I? Oh, she said something about the upcoming depositions that were coming up during that time period, and said that Sheriff Michelle is not a credible witness, and said and has been proven to be a liar. Huh. Yeah, exactly. They need to take this, excuse me, seriously. But to them, excuse me, to them it's all a joke, and that's the funny part of it is, and they actually think they're going to win. From what I understand from the last couple of live streams that they've been doing, they think that they're going to win because they got this lawyer. She said that Jeremy is praising everyone who is kissing his ass right now. I'm not kissing his ass, are you? Nobody's kissing his ass. I'm still waiting for a paycheck from Jeremy for taking his side and backing him up. Oh, and get this. She said that Sheriff Michelle is a dirty deleter and states that whatever evidence will be thrown out of court. No, Miss Thing, you're the ones that are dirty deleters. Michelle is a dirty deleter. And if you watch the deposition, she was deleting stuff during the deposition. That's why they haven't shown anything in discovery. They're trying to get this thrown out. From what I understand, they're trying to get it dismissed. But I don't think the judge is going to take too kindly to it. And so far, Judge Belitho hasn't ruled on those motions to dismiss. And then she actually said that Jeremy threatened her. He was going to take her to court. Was going to court. Jeremy didn't threaten you, you stupid lying hole. Okay, he never threatened you. He just said I will see you in court. I'm going to take you to court because you're doing this. That's not a threat. That's not a threat. That is not a threat. If he says that he's going to take you to court, he's taking you to court because you're doing something. That's not a threat. That's a promise. And it said that claims that Facebook posts that someone had posted and said something about that they were sharing private messages between people. Nobody was sharing private messages between people. And check this out. She said that Jeremy has no proof that Michelle and John were stalking him for 2 years. Oh, that is bullshit. That is bullshit. I have to say that's bullshit. So again, they say that they don't have any proof that Jeremy is stalked, or Jeremy was stalked by Michelle and John for 2 years. Bullshit. Oh my god. Are they fucking retarded? Oh, can I say that? Are they dumb? Are they artards? I mean, think about it. Think about it. Why would you leave Northport with everything, a house that had everything in it supposedly, and have medical facilities for a little girl? Why would you move to a garbage dump in Otter Creek to try and start another life? That's bullshit. And she admitted she was a super fan of Jeremy's. Come on. I mean, a blind man can see through that bullshit. Hell, a blind man can see through that bullshit. Jesus. And still say, so they're actually saying that he has no proof that the signs were written by Michelle, and claims that he said and claims what he said in the federal case is defamation. That's bullshit. That's bullshit right there. So you are actually denying what John said, or John was lying in a court. You know, if John lied in that court and said that she wrote the signs and he posted them wasn't true, that's perjury. You do understand that, John, if you are listening. You do understand that that's perjury. You do understand that it is perjury, John. That you lied in the Ohio court saying that she wrote the signs and you posted them. Yet, they keep claiming that Jeremy wrote the sign, or people who had his people write the signs and post them, which is bullshit. It's like I said, why would Jeremy say those things about himself to defame himself like that? It doesn't make sense. And then she went on about how much he makes, and there was no loss of business. Bullshit. Okay. Every time Randy has to read and has to reply to Bruce's bullshit or any of these lawyers' bullshit in those cases, it costs Jeremy money. So yeah, it greatly affects how much money he makes. Because he's having to pour that money into lawsuits to stop you fucking idiots from doing this. And you keep doing it. She actually claimed that his views were down and was lying about his views going down, or he was what? Losing money. Again, do you have proof? See, that's the thing about it. You don't have, it's like Spawn says, if you're going to come at something, have factual proof. Have the factual proof showing that Jeremy is lying. Okay? As far as I could see, Jeremy isn't lying about any of this stuff. So please show me factual proof that Jeremy is lying about any of this stuff that you keep talking about. Because I haven't seen any evidence of him lying. And you sure haven't proven shit in 9 months, going on 10 months now. So who am I supposed to believe? I believe Jeremy before I believe you. Because you're a bunch of lying sacks of shit. And I'll leave it at that. Claimed that he was losing views with content about John and Michelle and was hating every bit of his video Sunday, and said and claimed that Jeremy attempted to try to intimidate Michelle and John. Bullshit. Not once did Jeremy try to intimidate Michelle and John. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. She said that the truth was coming out and people are coming forward, and it is and it's lost its oomph, whatever the fuck that means. Okay, well you said that you have truth. Okay, you say that you have the proof, you have the truth, you're telling the truth, and you have witnesses. Okay, for 9 months, how come none of these witnesses ever come forward on your live stream? Because they can't shut up. They think that they got something good going by defaming Jeremy. You know, it's just. Well, you know the Miranda, you have the right to remain silent. I actually think that these idiots don't know how to comprehend being quiet or remaining silent. They just want to keep on their rants and keep on harassing and defaming Jeremy. That's why they're getting sued. And now they're playing victim. Guess what? You're not a fucking victim. You're the one that started this shit. You and Michelle started this shit. You talk about there's no conspiracy? Hell yeah, there's a fucking conspiracy. Because that's all your fucking plan is. You and Bruce and the rest of you idiots is to take down Jeremy's YouTube empire, to drain him dry of any money that he has. So you can't tell me there's no fucking conspiracy. Fuck you, Lisa, okay? Because I see through your bullshit. I've always seen through your bullshit. Claimed that he had to go back to his fake storage units and said they were staged, and they have eyewitnesses from the storage units who claim he is doing what he is doing is wrong. Okay, they probably don't know EMS. So, you're claiming that the storage unit thing is fake. And that you have witnesses. Again, where are these witnesses that you say have seen all this? And from what I understand, from what I've seen in the last couple of Jeremy videos, that you see him bidding on those storage units online and winning them. How is that fake? You prove to me that it's fake. I want to see proof that these things with the storage unit, like you say, are fake. Okay? Because I don't think so. If they have an attorney. They claim they raised that $6,000 for retainer, but I don't know. There's rumors flying around. All right. So she claimed that she never defamed him. But was exercising her right to freedom of speech, and said she has 200 plus videos on their side. So you're not defaming him. That's a fucking lie right there. If you have 200 videos of Jeremy's, that's content theft. That's copyright theft. Because Jeremy doesn't give you permission to use it It's copyright theft, and you can't claim fair use because you're not journalists. That's okay. I just got started a few minutes ago, Mr. Lady. But okay, you said that you're exercising your First Amendment right. But now your First Amendment right has crossed over into defamation. If you keep attacking Jeremy every time you do a live stream, that's not freedom of speech. That's defamation. She called Jeremy a liar and again accused him of doing stuff to Michelle and the family. All right. Well, you just said that right there that you accused Jeremy of doing stuff to Michelle and the family. Do you have proof that any of this? Do you have any video proof of any of this? Are you just going by the lies that Michelle keeps telling you? Hugs, Musa lady. Again, do you have proof? Do you have video proof? Do you have any evidence that Jeremy is doing something to Michelle and her family? Because I would like to see proof. Oh, that's right. You don't have any proof. Claims his minions work for him and is calling him a liar about Michelle stalking him. How many times do we have to go over this? I guess we're gonna have to keep going over this over and over and over again to make people look at the evidence and what the evidence is. Okay? Michelle and John stalked him to Otter Creek because they were fans of Jeremy Hales. And they were going to try to grift off of Jeremy. And when Jeremy wouldn't give in to them, that's when all this shit started. It's like I said, why would you leave Northport with a home that had everything in it and medical facilities for the little girl to go to a garbage dump across the street to start a new life? That's bullshit. I seen through that lie. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's the same thing over and over again about that. Um, but you're gonna sit there and say that you weren't fans? Come on, sound like a fire engine or a truck horn. It sounds like a fire engine. He way off. Engine 13 must be out doing something. Engine 9 is usually the responding one. Yeah, it just, I can't believe half the stuff that's being said on this. And John thinks that these cases are going to be dismissed. I don't think so. Well, before I started doing this channel, I mean, I created the other channel and I didn't do anything with it. I just uploaded video content and somehow I got stuck back into doing this again. Yeah, whatever. You know, yeah, exactly. You want to make a bet, but you would lose that bet because I've seen the evidence, I've seen the proof, I've seen the receipts. You notice that the picture I used for the thumbnail for this live stream was the one that Moose Lady did for me. I actually like that. Thank you, Moose Lady. I really like it. It's my Windows background. I really like it. Okay, well, show me right now. I'll give you my email address, and you can send me the factual proof, and I'll show it on here. Because I don't believe you. I don't believe you or Michelle. Okay, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I don't believe you, and nobody as a subscriber to this channel believes you, or anybody on the what the hell side believe you. Hell, my ex-wife don't like me. don't have to talk to her. Okay, well, then they asked how many people stalked him to Otter Creek that admittedly said they stalked him. And then the truth the truth in this is that Michelle said she was a big fan of his. So how can you dispute that? You can't dispute that. What proof? What proof? You haven't shown proof in any of those. Okay, um, I'm gonna call John a liar right now. Okay, I'm gonna call John a liar right now. I'm gonna call both John and Michelle a liar. Okay, the first case with Judge Grudge, when it got, she had no proof of anything that Jeremy was doing. So when it got transferred to Judge Davis, she did what? She voluntarily dismissed the case. The thumbnail case. It ran for how long? Guess what? She willingly dismissed the case. The trespass 5. The case was dismissed because you don't have any proof that you to any of the accusations that you have made. It's a paycheck. It's a paycheck, Mr. Lady. It's a paycheck. It's just a paycheck. It's just another Social Security check. Boy, them birds are singing today. She claimed that Michelle was friendly to them and she had nothing to do with the channel and claimed she never had a YouTube channel. Bullshit. Bullshit. Claimed that DJ Radis's channel was based on Michelle, who claims he's working for Jeremy for all town of Otter Creek. He volunteered. He he volunteered to help with Christmas in the Creek. He's not working for Jeremy. He wasn't working for Jeremy. DJ Radis was asked to help with Christmas in the Creek. Yeah, it is a sick joke on you. Okay, so claimed it was not Michelle and John that were following him, but it was Flipping Adventures and DJ Radis who planted themselves. Wait a minute. Isn't that YouTube channel Flipping Adventures that Deanna? Am I correct that that's Deanna's channel? That's interesting. It's interesting that they said that. I know he does. Went on a rant about Travis and Wes, and they were tied together to grift some money. That's bullshit. But even if that is true, do you have proof that it was grifting? You know what, guys? Let him stay in here because it just lies. I don't believe anything that they say anyway. I can't believe anything that he says. And he's just giving me watch time hours. And you had my permission to play with the trolls. He's being dumb. Does he actually think that anybody on this channel believes him and Michelle? After we've seen all the proof, all the evidence, all the receipts? You actually think that I believe him and Michelle? I don't think so. If John has all this proof, I'll put my email address in the chat and he can send that proof to me. Oh, that's right. They don't have any proof because she deleted all of it. And then she said that she never defamed him, that she was providing educational truth on him, and that is what he is doing. On what he is doing. Called him a creeper. And still claims that he held his camera above all the above all the fence from his truck. I wonder why, John. So you're gonna sit there, John, and call me a liar and say that you're not doing these things that you say that you're being accused of? When we had the proof, did you actually keep making unwanted contact with Jeremy? You actually think that I believe you. You actually think that I believe your stupid sorry ass. I don't think so. And you think that these cases are going to be dismissed? The case against you is going to be dismissed? I don't think so. Because Jeremy has the proof. Jeremy has the evidence. Jeremy has the receipts. It's not looking good for you. And then you hire this idiot Bruce. You have Bruce take your side and made it worse for you. If I were you, I'd be suing Bruce for what he did and what he's doing. Well, it's like I said, if Jeremy is filming anything as he's driving by, it's because you keep making unwanted contact with him, John. And then you claim that you're a fucking victim. You're not a victim. You started all this. You and your ex-wife started all this shit, but you don't want to take responsibility for it. You're blaming others for your bullshit. It's time to stop blaming others for your bullshit and take responsibility for your actions. Did you guys eat him? And they still claim that it was Jeremy in the blue truck. Oh my God. And I thank God that I've been sober for over 30 years. You know, when I see all this tirades of John being under the influence of alcohol, it makes me glad that I'm not that I've been sober for all these years. I mean, I got drunk and said stupid shit, but we never did stupid shit that got us into trouble. I got in trouble one time for drinking underage when I was in Job Corps. I ended up spending the weekend in jail and got released back to Job Corps. I had to do 200 community service hours for public intoxication and drinking underage. And I did my 200 community service hours. But you know what? It's time for you, John and Michelle, to stop blaming others. Pull up your Pampers or whatever the fuck you wear, your Depends, and start taking responsibility for your actions. Pull up your Pampers or your Depends and act like adults. And stop blaming others for your bullshit. Because nobody wants to hear it. I don't know, Muscle Lady. I really don't know. I really don't know. Ooh, bring some for me too. Even though ice cream makes me fart so much. Then I have to be sounding like sport spawn trooper. Oh, and today, and before I continue, in Spawn Trooper's chat, I said that he would, and this is true. Spawn Trooper is always welcome on my channel, no matter what. He said that he would take it over. Well, you know what? If Spawn Trooper took over this channel for a day, it saves me, and it probably be funny as all hell. So, 24. Why am I? Hold on. And they still blame Jeremy. They still claim that it was Jeremy in the blue truck. Neither have I. I know he makes a joke about it. Claim that Jeremy lied and she's not lying about him, and it was defaming, that he was defaming, but she isn't. Bullshit. Bullshit. I love Spawn Trooper, and he's always welcome to come on here if he wants to come on here. So it's 3 o'clock our time. It's just about 4 o'clock our time, so it's about 10 o'clock at night, and where he is. Check this out. She claims that they are going to provide the judge with 200 plus videos against the family with made up lies, false accusations, false protection orders. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please show your bullshit evidence in court. Oh, wait a minute. You are so anxious to go to fucking court and prove that you're right, but yet you dodged being served twice by saying it wasn't your name, and you dodged being deposed. Liars. You're just liars. And if you have 200 videos of Jeremy's and you're using it without his permission, he can get you for copyright strike. You can't claim fair use. I don't believe in fair use. I'm sorry, I don't believe in fair use. I believe that any material like this live stream, once I'm done and it's saved as a video, that it's my intellectual property, and you can't use any part of it without my permission. Because any video that's on this, even that video of the rainstorm I did, that I uploaded earlier today, it's my property, and you don't have any right to use it. If I see it being used, I can copyright strike you. You don't have my permission. To me, there is no fair use. And I've always, as being a content creator, as long as I have been, as long as I've been a content creator, it's still copyright theft. If you're using people's videos and claiming that they're your own, or using it to defame somebody without asking permission to use that video, it's copyright theft. And I'm totally against fair use. I've always believed in the YouTube copyright protection. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. You fat-looking flea. And here we go again about Jeremy's fucking security cameras. And she said that Jeremy's security cameras are not for not protection of his property. And they are filming Michelle's property and still claim his cameras are pointed at her house. Okay, what house does she have? What am I using right now? I'm not using any part of a video. I'm not using video content. I'm going over what a transcript is. That's not using the video part of it. But if you think I'm wrong, I'll stop right here and I'll never come back on here again. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, I'll stop right here and I'll never come back on here again. Because how can it be copyright infringement if I'm reading from a transcript? If I'm taking notes from a transcript that was automatically generated from something they said in the live stream? It's not the video part of it. Copyright only applies to using the video. If I use the video of it without their permission, they could copyright strike me. But if I'm reading from the transcript, from what they said, and I took notes from it, that's not copyright infringement. And what house, and I had to ask, what house does she have on that property? That recreational vehicle? That shed? That half-done barn? That's not a house. And went on a rant, went on the attack of Travis about the video cameras he owns and and spy spies, and he is liable. Some are being used for surveillance of Michelle's property, and said he has gotten away with it, a lot of it so far. Hmm. It's like I said, if I'm wrong, then I'll stop right here. I'll never come back on here again. But I always thought copyright only copyright only applies to video content, not a transcript. Yeah, exactly. The critters. And then they went on the attack again about his business loss and lost content, claiming he can't do what he was doing before about John and Michelle. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants about John and Michelle. If he wants to make videos about John and Michelle again, he has that right to make those videos of John and Michelle. He's a content creator. Anything that he has, if he has video evidence of what's going on and he's going to put it in a video and put it out on his channel, he has that right. That's our right as content creators. We can, I can quickly answer that one question. Hold on. Uh, You could be right. Maybe I need to stop and get off of here because according to the IA overview, reading a transcript is copyright theft. I don't know how that could be copyright theft. How can it be copyright theft? How can it be copyright theft? If you're if you're taking notes about something that they said and talking about it, how can that be copyright theft? I always thought YouTube copyright theft applied only to video content. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's notes from a transcript. It's not reading from the actual transcript. It's notes of what they said, and I'm talking about it. I think if I was them, I'd be more concerned about them being sued by Jeremy for what they're saying about Jeremy and stop worrying about small YouTube channels telling the truth. You know what I mean? If I was them, I'd worry about the bullshit they got themselves into talking about Jeremy and not worry about somebody taking notes of their transcript of them publicly defaming Jeremy on their YouTube platform. But you know what? I've never gotten struck for it. All right, where was I? Claims too many people who know the truth behind her story and do not, and not too many people know he is a liar and fakes all of this for content. So they claim that everything Jeremy has said will fall back on him and he has no one to blame but himself, and stated the repercussions that he believes because no one is doing anything to him. Bullshit. Bullshit. You publicly get on your platform and you humiliate, you're trying to destroy that man's life on your platform. No, you need to quit playing the blame game. Quit playing the victim. You are the ones that publicly went on your YouTube channel and started attacking Jeremy. So your actions will have repercussions. Claim that people were telling the truth and Jeremy is playing the victim. No. You have not said the truth. You have not shown or said one shred of proof ever since you started attacking Jeremy. What proof have you shown about anything you said about Jeremy? Nothing. Nothing. You don't have the proof. And then she went on the attack again about about his money and his $1 million home that he has. Why? Why are you going on a rant about his $1 million home? Oh, that's right, because you don't have $1 million home to live in. You live in a small house in the villages. I don't know, but so far I've never gotten. I don't understand how that could be. I don't think you could strike anything. You could strike it for being misinformation, but now I'm concerned. No, I don't understand it. But, I'm not in pain. I'm trying to read my handwriting. My handwriting is worse than the doctor's. Claim that Jeremy walked into walked into that town and what? Victimized everybody. Now they want about how they live for the past 3 years and has changed the town to, and it said a lot of people didn't want to be and claim they want their town back, and that's what the two fleas are doing to get their town back. From what I've read, it sounds like they're claiming that Jeremy took over Otter Creek. But I don't have, do you have proof that Jeremy is supposedly taking over Otter Creek? Because Darwin Goodson said the same thing, tried to take over a small town. But yet you don't have proof of it. That's right. He called out the corruption in it. And now she's claimed that Jeremy ripped off the lady with the Disney stuff. Remember that lady that he got about the Disney stuff from. Now she's saying that Jeremy ripped her off. And then claimed that John went to jail on a false accusation and a false report. No, no, no. You pull a pew pew on somebody with the you pull a pew pew on somebody and act like you're gonna shoot them. It's a crime, especially if they weren't even on your property. So how can you claim stand your ground if they weren't on your property? They were on a public road, and you pulled a gun on Wes and her and his little daughter and his friend. Exactly. And then she went on about the price of his Ohio home, and I can't read what I wrote. Okay, how much money? How much how much Jahal's headquarters it was? It's none of your business. I think you're just jello because you don't live in a nice house. You live in a you live in a small shack in the villages. Jeremy worked to make that money and deserves a nice home with privacy. I don't know what she went through. Oh my God. Claimed that Jeremy said something about defamation, conspiracy, and goes on his minion channels support his what he is saying. Oh my goodness. And the shit goes on, and the shit goes on, and on, and on, and on. Check this out, everybody. She claims that Jeremy is scared of her channel of 3,500 subs because she was telling the truth. Bullshit. I think she has 36,000 subs, 3,600 subs on her channel. Jeremy's not afraid of her. If Jeremy was afraid of her, how come he's suing you? Duh. Oh my goodness. Man, this shit makes my eyes hurt because it's so much bullshit. It isn't funny. She said that Jeremy cannot stand being told he is wrong and says he cannot keep doing what he is doing to people and he thinks that he's getting away with it. Okay, well, what is Jeremy doing to people? Okay, let me ask, what is Jeremy doing to people? Nothing. What has Jeremy done to anybody? Do you have proof that Jeremy has done anything to anybody? Woof, 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 woof. Went on about how Jeremy got the protection order and claimed, wait a minute, claimed that she started it, which she did. And Michelle tried to get a protection order because he was going by her house, honking the horn, and videoing and saying a bunch of stuff. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. And what evidence did Michelle prove to get the protection order? Nothing. It was all hearsay evidence. Yeah, exactly. Oh, they went after George yesterday in their live stream yesterday. I got it in the notes. You can go, Moosey. You always welcome to come here. If you're not feeling up to being on here, you could always watch it later or another time. How much more of this shit? Damn. We might actually get this all in 2 hours. I didn't know. I didn't realize how long this was. She claimed that Bruce filed some kind of motion something called, I can't I can't read what she called it, but said it had something to do with if testimony is admissible in a trial. And how many times was Bruce denied? A bunch of times. Let me see if there's any updates on this. Hey, I want to show you this one. I want to show you this one. I love it. 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 And why do you keep posting? Well, I don't understand why these idiots keep posting the documents from Jeremy's past. I don't get that. I already stopped. I already closed out, signed out of Facebook. Somebody posted on it that I was going after the fleas wicked hard. Damn right. I'm not going to stop. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, and I used it in the thumbnail. I used it in the thumbnail for the video for the live stream because I love it. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Must see. I'm sure if I go back to Facebook, it's not going to be on there. Let me try again. I don't think it's going to be on there. It always refreshes itself every time it. Nope. Hey, if you got pictures, Miss Lady, that are cool, yeah, I'll take every single one of them. Oops. I like this one. If you're worried about your microwave collecting data and your TV spying on you, just remember your vacuum has been gathering dirt on you for years. Ah! That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm not in Discord right now. She said that Jimmy can't shut her channel up, and says he can't stand the truth. He can't the truth up and claim they have many witnesses. Okay, again, okay, if you have all these damn witnesses, yes, I do have Discord. I do have Discord. Yes, I do have Discord. Um, Again, if you have all these witnesses, how come none of these witnesses have come forth on your channel? Oh, that's right, because you don't have any witnesses. It's all bullshit. If you have all these witnesses and all this proof and all this evidence, how come you never provided any of this proof or witnesses or evidence on your channel? It's all lies because you don't have any proof. It's hearsay. No, I don't have a channel Discord. I just have one for my private. Okay, she said this too. She said that she has still claims that they have proof and says she can legally give her opinion. Okay, your opinion, Miss Lisa, has crossed over into defamation. That's why Jeremy is suing you because you can't keep your mouth shut for 5 fucking minutes during the day or evening. Your freedom of speech has crossed that line from freedom of speech to defamation. That's why he's suing you. You don't get it. You all think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. Claims that he's spewing shit to get rid of his. What? Oh, so she said that he claims that he is spewing shit to get rid of his neighbors, so he has to sell his swamp land. Exactly. They still claim they didn't film the schoolhouse or was trying to stalk George, which is bullshit. We all know that you all know she was doing that. I mean, I appreciate I really appreciate people knowing that I'm coming on here and saying that stuff about telling the truth about them. I'm not really worried about attacks because I have such great moderators on this channel that you eat them in a hurry. So I'm just giving the straight out truth. They keep lying. I'm going to keep putting out the truth. Hold on, let me set on the Discord. Oh, I like that one too. I like that one too. I like that one too. Let me get this and save it. Whoops. Yeah, I like that one too. Keep messing up. That's the one she just did. That's the one she just made for me. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it too. And I might end up using it. I might end up using that as my thumbnail for my live streams. Alright, where was I? They still claim they did not film the what? Oh, they didn't they said that they weren't stalking George. I like that. Now I like this one too. Let me say this one. Oops. Many days I have to learn how to type. I like this one. Oops. Yeah, it was hardcore stalking George. Where did my pictures directory go? Hold on. Hold on. I like this one too. I like that one too. You give me so many different choices of that. I don't know. I might switch them up when I do live streams. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. That looks like this one here looks like one of those old school. It looks like that's an old school one. Yeah, I like that one too. I forgot how to change the background and how do I change the background in StreamYard? I'm good for now, Miss Lady. I appreciate it. I just got to figure out how the hell do I change the background? Change the background that I have. I forgot how to do it. How do I change the background in StreamYard? Because I want to use that one. So I really don't know how to do that. I forgot how to do it. I can change the avatar to something, but I can't. I forgot how to change the background. Because once I got this stuff set up again, I forgot how to do it. I know how to change the audio avatar. And I don't like, to be honest with you, I don't like Restream. I don't like Restream because I kept having a problem with scheduling. I would schedule the video, I would schedule the live stream, but it wouldn't show up in YouTube Studio. So Unfortunately, the person that knows about this stuff is banned from the channel. So, and I'm not going to go asking him questions, but it's unfortunate. Avatar. Hmm. I'm sorry, I just forgot how to do that stuff. Because once I did it, now I can't remember it because I've been so busy trying to work on getting this channel back up again. But hey, we're up to 30 subscribers now, which is good. I hope that they're good people. But you know what? Even if they aren't, screw them. You notice that this channel is growing on its own without being promoted on other channels, and that I'm on here doing my thing and not letting people take over. But let's just continue. Now, she still claims that the cameras at Tubetown are pointed at Michelle's property and showed the location of those cameras and calls it proof. Well, if you, if I'm correct that Tubetown was on Jeremy's property, which it was at that time, okay, if you went on the Tubetown, you trespassed on Jeremy's property. If you if you went on his property to find out where the locations of the cameras were, which were none of your business in the first damn place, okay, you trespassed. And if Jeremy decides he wants to press charges against you for trespassing, he can. And then again, she called Jeremy a fraud and a liar. Okay, well, you show me where Jeremy defrauded anybody. I don't think I've ever seen Jeremy defraud anybody. And I've never show me proof that he lied about something. Because I've never seen Jeremy lie about anything. He's not lied to me. I'm sure he's not lied to the 730,000 subscribers. Those are good. Those are good, Mussy, but computer is spelled wrong. I like this one. Yeah, I like that one. I like this one. She's she's deliberately throwing me off track today. But I mean, they're good videos. I like this one. Let me save that. She edited one of them. Uh, she did this one too. Can you see it? I like that one. That might be the one I use. That might be the one that I end up using as the avatar for the. That might be the one that I start using as the channel's avatar. I mean, for the live stream picture. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. And that might be the one that I use when I schedule the next live stream. It might be the one that I use in future live streams. What did Dr. Crystal? You remember Dr. Crystal that works for Jeremy? That's pretty cool. But like I was saying earlier, before I got distracted, you show me where Jeremy is a liar and he has defrauded anybody. Oh, that's right, because you don't have proof. And then she claims that there are cameras facing other people's property. What is her obsession with cameras? Oh my God. It's all it's been about is cameras, 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 cameras. Claims it started with a lot of the people in town, and he has managed to, in town, what he has, I can't read, afraid to say anything, for the main fear is being attacked the same way he attacked Michelle and John. Okay, well, show me proof that John. You show me proof where John and Michelle got attacked by Jeremy. Because I don't think so. That's okay. If you have to go, I understand. Um, but show me show me proof of these accusations. I want to see proof of these accusations. Said they did not want they don't doing from Jeremy because of the and they said something they were trying to stop this because he's hurting people and he's hurting families. Okay, you accusing Jeremy of hurting families and hurting people, but where is your proof of it? And they still claim that the storage units were fake, and they have proof and witnesses that he scams people for money. Okay, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's like I said, if you have proof and you have witnesses of supposedly Jeremy scamming people out of money with the storage units, then how come you haven't shown your proof in 9 months? How come in 9 months you haven't shown any proof or any witnesses on your channel stating the truth to anything that you have said about these accusations that you're making about Jeremy? Oh, so now this has come out in this little live stream of theirs from last year. Claims that the post John made about Pow Pow Jeremy in the face and feeding him to the alligators was not him, and claimed Sheriff faked it. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I don't believe that. That's bullshit. That I can't believe. That is something that he would say, and you can't convince me otherwise that John didn't say that. That's bullshit. And then made a mention about the town hall meeting and said Michelle Preston and John Cook arrived early. Hmm. So I guess this goes back to when they went to the town hall meeting early and said that Jeremy was weaponizing the protection order and claiming Jeremy broke his own protection order. Okay, uh, how did he do that? He was in Ohio, and George was the one that went to the protection order. I mean, George was the one that went to the town hall meeting, and they didn't leave. That's why the police report was filed. That's why they were found guilty for it. Said there are many videos of Jeremy that he was broken the protection order himself. At no time when that protection order was put on Jeremy did he break that protection order. Okay, he stayed far away from them. Okay, the protection order was on Jeremy, not on George. Jeremy was in Ohio when she went to the town hall meeting. See, you want to talk about shit, weaponizing a protection order. That's bullshit. And do you have proof that he actually weaponized or supposedly weaponized that protection order? claims that he makes money off of GoFundMe and the income he has gained from subscribers, views, and from members. Okay, well, I mean, if he wants to have if he wants to GoFundMe to help with his legal fees, he has that right. And as far as the money that he makes from his views and his content and the members only, that's none of your business. Exactly. They looked right at her, and she didn't move. She was in violation of the protection order because when Jeremy got the protection order in Ohio, it was for himself and George and any of his employees, you know, and I'm sure that she was found guilty for it. Claims that Jeremy was making and selling merchandise that mocks Michelle and John and claims he made them public figures and claim they are not public figures. Okay, well, I'm going to debunk that right now. Okay, did Michelle or didn't Michelle want a position in the town hall twice? So if she put her name on the ballot, that makes her a public figure. Then she called Jeremy a stalker and a harasser. Yeah, I wonder who the stalker and the harasser is, Lisa. I wonder who the stalker and the harasser is, Lisa. From what I've seen in the evidence, and you showed it on your channel, that you're using Michelle's cameras that you bought and are paying for to stalk Jeremy and Travis and George up and down Otter Creek Avenue. So who's the stalker and who's been harassing people for 9 months? It's not Jeremy. And then I said at the end of this, at this point, I had to stop because they keep making these false accusations and attacks over and over again. They never claim they have this proof, but have not shown anything on this up to that point. They are not, they say that they are not defaming Jeremy, but I have seen this as a personal attack on Jeremy and associated with him from day one. Well, well, it gets worse when you start getting into the newer stuff. That once I go through the live stream, when we get done with doing this old stuff, and we start getting into the live stream, the last couple live streams they've done this week, this last couple days, it gets worse. The accusations and the mouth just keeps going and going and going. They don't have any intention of stopping. And said that she wouldn't stop unless the law told her to do so. Well, you know what? We are past the 2 hour mark, and I'm going to call this live stream. Now, remember, everybody, I stream Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. Saturdays, which is trivia. That's at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. If you're not a subscriber to this channel and you like the content that's on this channel, please subscribe to this channel and hit all notifications. When you subscribe to this channel, you're helping this channel grow in many different ways. And when you hit the all notification, that lets you know when a new video is uploaded or I go live. And don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. So I will see you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And you all have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to go watch Jeremy's video. I will see you again tomorrow. You all have a wonderful evening.